Hey guys, it's Captain Killzone here, back with another Cavalry class for you. Killzone Cavalry class is in session this time with a gameplay video on Ballroom Blitz. I actually finally got a really nice recording drive, so everything's looking a lot more crisp, at least for pre-recorded stuff. And I also figured out a good way to get my audio on track. So what I'm doing now is just kind of giving you a full gameplay of a typical match for me. I wouldn't say typical, but above average match for me, and show you kind of how I move around. And I've got some notes along the way. So the first thing you're gonna see is this is the very beginning of the game, and I'm usually gonna go over to B just to see how many people I can catch off guard. I kind of make this wide curve into there just so nobody potentially sees me. So like that guy, for example, didn't see me. None of these guys are actually seeing me. They're probably a little confused why they're seeing their ticket drop. I probably actually shouldn't have tried to stab that dude, or impale that guy, but it seemed fun, and it was a low risk since no one was looking at me. Alright, I like just kind of going up here and surprising people at the entryway to the manor. Clearly I'm just missing everybody, so I gotta get out of there. Honestly, I don't really worry about AA guns that much because they do damage to the rider and not to the horse. And I almost never die rider deaths these days now that the rider is super tanky. And in fact, right here, you see how that scout is pinging me from somewhere? He really would have killed me if he had been aiming for the horse instead of the rider. I think a lot of people still have the instinct to shoot the rider, even though the horse is much more vulnerable these days. I almost never die rider deaths, like I was kind of saying. Alright, here I'm just chasing an AA truck because they can't do anything to me anymore. Unlike the regular arty truck, they don't have any weapons that can actually consistently damage me. And they used to be able to kind of wear you down with the just machine gun fire, but now that the horse can heal while riding, there's literally nothing they can do except plow directly into you. And honestly, I'm kind of getting a little distracted by this guy. Looking at my ticket count now and objectives, it really makes more sense for me to go help out the team elsewhere. But I got kind of tunnel vision there, so I guess that's why it's useful to kind of rewatch these and see what's happening. Alright, I think for a couple minutes here I just kind of swarm around picking up kills. I don't know if anything particularly interesting happened, so I might just shut up for a second. I think it's kind of lucky that I got that guy. That's a hill where usually the horse will kind of get stuck, and I went after him because he happened to be facing away from me. And if he was looking at me, that's one of those places where if you get stuck in front of a support who's just looking directly at you, he'll melt you at that range. He might not have killed me, but he would have done enough damage to make me panic and then kind of fuck up elsewhere. I don't think that guy's even in the game, away from keyboard or something. It is kind of fun to just, one of the reasons I do like Ballroom Blitz is literally just because it's fun to jump up and down around those little like stone walkways and staircases. What am I doing here? Oh, I'm seeing ticket drop at C, so I'm seeing they're getting our objective. I usually almost never come into C, unless I'm just feeling real ballsy. But I saw that we've got a lead, so I'm fine with it. But it's really not that great of an idea, honestly. Let's see what happens. I can get a couple surprise kills. If anything, I'll just kind of throw grenades in. Oh, shit, yeah, his teammate spawned right by him or something, so of course I die, because I'm just not used to going in there that often, so you could kind of see I got caught up by the entryway to the objective. Maybe it just means I got to practice doing it a little bit more. But it's fun when you do go through there and surprise people by bringing a horse into the actual center of the ballroom or whatever. You know, always be spotting. Oh, you know, on my mini map, I can kind of see my the horse I died on. So what I'm going to do is actually come over here and destroy it, purely because I want to potentially get that horse back in case I die in the next minute or two. You know, being that there's only 2 horses, I kind of hate that the tabletop map doesn't show you any horses that don't have riders on them, because of course you don't know if one's going to respawn in or not. So that's annoying. Anyway, here I'm just kind of a distraction. I'm kind of hoping that my squad on the other side of that fence sees that these guys are in combat, and hopefully they're that smart. I can't remember if they come out here or not. I mean, it looks like I did fine enough. But yeah, a lot of times I'm just trying to act as a distraction, giving teammates enough confidence to come out from behind cover, knowing that they're not being looked directly at. Oh, something hit me there. Seemed like a tank or someone's anti-rocket gun or AT rocket gun. Oh, it's definitely a tank out there. So I'm just staying as far back as I can while still getting into a position where I can have visibility on him. That's what's great about this wall here. I can jump over, hit him a couple times, still get hit. That's not great. But luckily he's getting pelted. Oh! It was actually a great shot. If I remember, that guy actually has 100 stars on that heavy tank. Oh, and see here, look. It's good that I killed that horse, because now I immediately have a spawn, since no one else on my team took it. $12 and 2, not bad. I'll keep it going here. Yeah, that tanker, actually, Scott is king. I ended up running into him a couple other times in this match, I'm pretty sure, and ended up chatting with him afterwards. He seemed like a pretty chill dude for having 100 stars on the heavy tank, which is usually pretty filthy and not recommended for good social interactions. Oh, there he is. Oh, that's right, because now he's been pelted a lot by the rest of my team, and I think I kind of get the cleanup kill there. Oh no, I got the mechanic or the repairman or whatever. Oh, you know, actually it's a completely different heavy tank. Either that or Scottish King got out to repair. Oh yeah, I'm just trying to throw grenades back just to kind of cover my escape while I'm trying to heal back up and that kind of stuff. Oh, what a nice little spin of the lance. Come back and clean up on that guy. Poor dude was excited to get those kills, and I took them both from him. Sometimes I'm just trying to throw grenades to make people kind of panic a little bit, even though I know I'm not going to kill them. Oh, that was a really bad lance strike. Wrong side and way too early. Oh, you know what? This is where, this is that Scottish King dude, because I ended up hitting him there way, while he was way out of combat. So, you know what? Yeah, I got a little too excited there. After he killed me on that horse. Alright, I'm garbage. Here comes another horse. Yep, there we are. can hear those hooves. Oh yeah, so right there, I think in the last video I did with Cavalry versus Cavalry, I was saying it was right after Apocalypse DLC came out. So it was really kind of, I didn't know if you actually could hit horses with grenades or not at the time. And now, oh shit, lag. Now I know it is absolutely possible, and it's one of the funnest things to do. I just got to track this guy down, apparently. I don't even remember how this plays out. He threw me off by pulling at his rifle, so my timing was a little off. Throwing grenades. Yeah, again, I'm pretty fine as long as we're not doing circles around each other or one person just chasing the other. Either of those two situations, you're not going to get anywhere. But in that case, he pulled out his rifle, meaning I was a little bit faster than him, and came up right behind him. I'm always kind of curving as I throw grenades over my shoulder. It's partly to just not, if someone is looking at me while I'm not looking at them, you know, the curve does a tiny bit of good in dodging them, I guess. So I don't get surprised. I think the other thing is, it's of course really easy to run into obstacles, or, you know, you just can't see what's in front of you. So you might run into an obstacle or whatever. And my general principle is, if you do get stuck with a horse, you just kind of, I don't know, just kind of like try to turn slightly and wiggle a little bit. I don't know if you saw that, but that guy tried to dive to the ground. And a lot of people think that you can't hit guys on the ground. And it's true. You can't hit guys if they're established on the ground. But I think I caught him in the like half a second or fraction of a second in which the character model is still vulnerable to lance strikes as if he's standing up, even though he looks like he's on the ground. It's kind of a general principle I talk about with the lance and the sword too. It's basically like, you know, all these weapons, these melee weapons, they have a hitbox that, you know, registers as soon as you hit the trigger. It doesn't always match the animation of your character model or your enemy's character model, but I always say just get used to like where the hitbox is, and, you know, maybe rely on the animation, but it's more accurate just to have a better sense of what the lance is, you know, like the area of range it actually has, rather than paying attention to what it looks like it's doing. Missed that guy. And scouts, a lot of times they get used to like bullfighting, so they try to miss you. So honestly, what I do is I just straight up stop a lot of times, because so many scouts are used to, you know, most cavalry riders just constantly running full speed at them and doing little circles. A lot of scouts don't expect it. You'll just straight up not try to chase them and strike them right in the face with the lance while they're running around like dummies. Throw some grenades on a dude on the ground. Is he already dead, though? Yeah, fair enough. Come down to Echo, because we've got all the other objectives. Maybe do some cleanup. That guy was not ready for a horse to be in his face. Here we go. Nice. Oh, he dropped to the ground just in time. Oh, and it kind of fucked up my approach on this rocket. Look how close I got to that dude. I mean, artillery cannon, but oh my god. This guy with his 2 stars on the field gun is used to swinging it around, I guess.
We have lost objective Alpha.
Fair enough. It happens. 25-3. All right, I'm not quite at the top of the leaderboard, so I'm a little sad. But like I said, I'm not going to complain about this game. It's good enough.
Airship sighted, big one.
Oh, nice. Very, very cinematic of you, Battlefield. Blowing up that airship in front of me. I heard footsteps in there when I throw that grenade, so I know that those guys are in the second story or the 2-floor building. So I'm just gonna wait for a second to see if they pop their heads out. Sometimes they do. If not, at least I get my grenades back. And finally someone's shooting at me. It's never really great to be standing still that long, but whatever. I was feeling confident.
Get up. Here. Come on.
There they are. That's where they're respawning. One more guy over here, if I remember, or if I saw correctly. There he goes.
That's one of their
Oh,
scouts.
that was one of their scouts.
That's it.
I've got a whole crew of guys over here. Oh, he got pulverized by the tank. That's what it was. Oh yeah, clean up some explosives so I don't accidentally trip on those later.
Got him.
We have lost objective butter.
Let's head back to Objective Butter then. Oh, a lot of times people will put AT mines in those little pits, right? So I just kind of curve around them to avoid it. I don't think there's anything in there, but...
Sighted, an enemy soldier. Got him.
Oh, there's a bunch of debris over there from the behemoth, so I throw grenades in there to clean it up. That way I don't get tripped up in it later. Gives me more maneuverability.
Enemy soldier sighted.
Yep, and just kind of swinging around out here, helping my teammate with spotting. Grabbing people who aren't paying attention to me.
Run. Prove it.
Watching them respawn.
Then.
I don't have a great angle on all these guys. Oh, and I'm getting heavy damage, so I have to kind of thread the needle there. If I get stuck, I'm kind of in a bad way with those supports who are looking directly at me. So it's better to kind of assume I was going to run through the blanked gap in the wall rather than trying to jump, because I don't know if I was going to do it at that particular angle. Wow, they are going hard and heavy for Bravo from this field, so I have to kind of just stay back a little bit, far enough to only be able to pick off the guys who I'm absolutely sure I can get. I don't want to run past anybody, so you see I'm like curving as I strike people, so I don't run past them. Let's see, trying to get those stragglers. But see, I get caught up in this debris. I was trying to get that medic, but Archangel, who I'm pretty sure I've killed 3 or 4 times this round already, who now hates me, he spawned directly into my lance. Ooh, almost got to the gate. Not quite. Oh, that guy did.
We have taken objective butter.
Can I get him? Yeah, it's probably not worth it. I'll let my teammates deal with it. Dude, that horse gets so intense sometimes. He does not like to be shot. Kind of regret throwing my grenades back there now because I'm going to approach this guy. And, oh, well, it didn't take me too long to respawn them, or for my cooldown to activate.
Return to the combat
Just going to duck back here, recover some health. Oh, shit, there's like a mortar. You don't see those often, but like I said, I can just ignore them because 1, he's probably not doing too much damage to my team, and 2,
Return to the combat area.
I can just deal with him later. Now that I've got that heavy tank down. Oh no, the heavy tank's up. I killed someone else. I think I got the mechanic or the repairman or whatever. All right, problem solved. Let me clean up some of these guys here. And then I can go back to the mortar truck, who is just sitting here with a thumb up his ass, I guess. Trying to do damage, but probably not doing much.
Return to the combat area. Return to the combat area.
Honestly, I'm just, since he's probably still there, I'm just gonna circle her. Oh, he's backing up. But he's gonna get stuck, and he can't go far anyway. Not far enough for me to not be able to reach him with grenades.
Enemy tank!
And honestly, at this point, I'm like, he literally can't kill me with that machine gun. So I'm just gonna prevent him from repairing by getting him thirsty. Just like pretending like he can kill me until my grenades cool down. And that'll do it.
Run now!
All right, nice collection of dudes piled up there. That was fun.
Move it!
Game's almost over, so fun's almost over. All I can do is toss grenades into groups of guys. So here's a horse.
Come on!
Oh, you know what? This is actually, I remember this now. This is actually that Scottish King dude again. And I'm pretty sure I'm just like fucking around at this point, knowing that the game's almost over and we end up trading kills. Ain't that some shit? Like I said, I ended up chatting with that dude afterwards. He seemed pretty chill. He was like, yeah, not great to be on that team. Fine enough. So I'm actually going to close out this video now. Thanks, guys, as always, for watching along, giving me all the kind of notes that you do in comments. Keep subscribing, keep hitting that like button. Let me know some other things that I can show you guys. I've got some requests for maneuvering, got some requests for throwing grenades, got some requests for all kinds of things. So I'll keep these coming. And like I said, I'm glad that I now have a better system for recording better video, audio as well. I'm actually just doing this straight up on my iPhone, and hopefully it's good enough. If not, I'll figure out some microphone quality stuff later. But that's all for now, guys. Godspeed. We'll talk to you soon.